Hi.
Hi. Let me lower you a little bit.
Perfect.
All right. So we're just gonna wait a minute, just a quick minute to get everybody all settled in and joined in.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome everyone. I hope we have a lot of kiddies. So for those of you that have kids, make sure if they feel like typing anything out, feel free to put it in the comments. So should we officially start, Keisha?
Why not? Let's start.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Read Me TT Bedtime Series. Hope you all are ready for another fun bedtime story today. So let me just say hi. I'm Auntie Aruna. And in case you were wondering what I do, I actually teach people how to make themselves and other people even more pretty. So we teach people how to do things like hairstyling and makeup and nails and stuff like that. So now we could hear from Auntie Keisha.
So hi to all the parents and kids of Trinidad and Tobago. I am Auntie Keisha for the night, or for always. And I work at a technology company, and we help people hire other people. And I help to communicate the value of our products and services. Tonight, we have a really exciting book called Carnival to read to you guys tonight in When the Rubber Calls by Daniel J. O'Brien. So I know Auntie Aruna and I are very excited to read that book for you.
Yes.
So, are we ready to get started?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's start off with chapter 1, Too Young to Soca. So it all started with a loving embrace. Long ago, in the midst of a beautiful Trinidad sunset, in a place where the woodland met the surf, Papa Boa and Mama Dilo, two ancient and powerful creatures of the islands, sat under the leaves of the piwa tree. In the morning, they left behind 3 eggs. When the sun rose, a scarlet ibis happened upon the eggs and decided to sit on them until one day they hatched.
What sprang forth from the broken shells was very unusual. From the first egg emerged a song as sweet as freshly baked currants roll. It quickly got carried away on the back of the warm Caribbean breeze. The second egg hatched a thick goo as black as pitch. It was also quickly carried away by the creeping island tides. But the last egg hatched a full-grown boy. His head was topped with dark curly hair, and his forehead had 2 stubby little antlers. Oops. Surprised by what had happened, the scarlet ibis panicked and scurried into the woods, leaving a trail of feathers behind her.
The boy with the stubbly antlers followed the feathers into the woods. There he found the frightened, half-naked scarlet ibis sitting in the clearing. Feeling sorry for the shivering bird, the boy put a finger to his chin and tried to think of a way to approach the creature and console her. But the boy did not want to scare the scarlet ibis any further. Aha, he thought to himself, then proceeded to grab the loose feathers, a few twigs, and some vines. He worked quickly to make a costume. Wearing his creation, the boy with the stubbly antlers approached the ibis, who, upon seeing the boy, laughed out loud. The bird thought the disguise was so silly and could not help but feel at ease. That day, the boy discovered his creativity was able to inspire joy and laughter, and he was able to make a new friend.
So we're going to move into chapter 2 called Good Times. From then on, the boy and his friend, the scarlet ibis, spent their days exploring Trinidad. Some days, they splashed with the manatees in the Nariva swamp until the sun set behind the thick marsh bush. Some evenings, they played blind man's bluff with the ghostly duendes amongst the wild forests of the Trinity Hills.
On lazy afternoons, the boy with the stubbly antlers would sit and listen to the migrating ducks tell stories. They quacked about as they had visited and quacked some more about the unique animals they had seen. The ducks told of places where water turned so cold it froze and where cats became bigger than men. Using the stories as inspiration, the boy with the stubbly antlers would make more shelves for himself and his friends. Then they would parade through the forest, creating quite a scene.
Now we're on to chapter 3, A Come Out to Party. With all the good that came with living in the islands, there was a fair oops. Keisha, you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. With all the good that came with living in the islands, there was a fair share of the bad. In addition to the new friends the boy made, there were other creatures who roamed the island that were not very nice. The dragon and his jab-jab minions roamed the deepest, darkest parts of Trinidad, causing nothing but trouble. On one of his terrifying strolls, the dragon trapped the red howler monkey and cut off his tail to make a monkey tail stew. He even trapped the porcupine and plucked its quills and used it as a toothpick. If the dragon ever got wind of anyone having fun without him, rest assured he would find a way to ruin a good time.
Time moved forward, and with that came change. The trees grew taller and the creatures grew older, but the boy with the stubbly antlers did not. Meanwhile, the bush shrank while making way for the growing towns and cities. The boy would stand at the edge of the woods, looking out at the new world, feeling nothing but dread. He was too used to his usual stomping grounds, and the thought of stopping or stepping beyond it deeply scared him.
With the cities and roads came Carnival, a time to celebrate the culture of Trinidad. People crowded the streets in costumes. They pranced and danced while the sounds of sweet calypso steel pan played. Stories of Carnival quickly spread throughout the forests and the hills of Trinidad. The spirits of the woods could not help but join the joyous crowds. It was too easy to go unnoticed because everyone was in disguise. Because of all the fanfare and make-believe, the boy with the stubby antlers thought about how great it would be to create his own costumes and play among the masqueraders. So he promised himself that he would make an amazing costume for next year and finally venture into town.
The following year, dressed as a duenna, the boy with the stubbly antlers stood alongside his jumbie friends. At the edge of the woods, they eagerly waited for the sounds of calypso to fill the streets. When the music started, the ghosts burst from the woods to join the carnival revelers, but the boy froze in his tracks. The unfamiliar world he saw and heard petrified him more than ever. So instead of making his way to town, he climbed to the highest limb on the nearest tree. He sat there hoping to catch a glimpse of the festivities. As Carnival carried on, the boy with the stubbly antlers stayed in the tree, thinking, maybe next year, Aunt.
The end. Now, that's not the end of the full story, right, Keisha? That's just the end of the part that we're reading tonight. And I don't know about you, but I kind of curious to tune in tomorrow to see what happens with the rest of the story. So
definitely,
everyone that tuned in, thank you again for joining us for Read2Me's nightly bedtime series. Hope you had fun reading with us, because we had lots of fun.
Yes, and before we go, as Auntie Aruna said earlier, Trinidad and Tobago has 0 recorded cases of COVID-19, so yay to that. But it is still very, very important that you listen to us. So to the kids, are you listening? We want you to be superheroes. And I know you want to be little superheroes too. So here's what you can do to help. We want to make sure that you wash your hands, keep your hands out of your mouths, and remind mommy and daddy and granny and auntie and everybody to wear their masks if they are going out. And you could even make a game out of washing your hands by singing happy birthday, the happy birthday song that is, twice. So sing that twice while you wash your hands, and you'll know that you're doing it correctly. Wash your hands with soap and water and sing happy birthday twice.
That's some good tips there, Auntie Keisha. Thank you very much for that. And guys, we can really get over and get through this whole thing. We just remember that we are all in this together. So guys, we'll see you tomorrow for all of you guys for another edition of Read2Me TT bedtime stories. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Hope you guys had fun.
Bye.
Keisha, you had fun?
I did. I might just read the rest of this book.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm kind of curious to see what happens. So,
okay, bye and good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye.